welcome back to Lincoln Park Stadium here for our men's soccer action. Pacific University Boxers with a 2-1 lead over the Howard Payne Yellow Jackets as we get underway here for the second 45. Boxers with the advantage in shots during that first half, 10-6, as well as corners, 5-0. Howard Payne goalkeeper Alan Shahady with 1 recorded save. Boxer goalkeeper Michael Summers with 3. Pinto with another slaloming run through the Howard Payne defense and got an injury here. I believe to Ian Farley, and I don't think there was anyone around him. Just looked like he was trying to kind of back heel a ball, knock it between his legs, and may have just twisted an ankle somewhere in there. So less than a minute gone by here in the second half, and the clock has stopped as the trainers attend to Ian Farley, who's back up on both feet now, sort of testing out that right ankle, it looks like. And he'll take the long walk to the far side of the field and the Boxer bench. And we'll wait and see if there will be an immediate replacement or if Farley will come back on. Looks like Kellen McNamara is getting himself set to check in. And referee Oscar Rivas is going to allow McNamara on the pitch.
Number 16, Kellen McNamara.
He'll go in the center of midfield, and that's going to push Nick Pinto up top to pair with Nick Rudella. McNamara with an immediate impact, winning that header, and another. Nakama on the far side. Up for Kaminsky, back to Nakama. Pinto's one-touch pass intended for Kaminsky, just a bit behind him. Now it's Pinto. McNamara leaves it off for Nakama, back to McNamara. He's got a little bit of time. In towards Schober, but he's under a bit of pressure. Headed down for Pinto. A long clearance forward. Hughes track this down, play to the near sideline for Knowles, up to Manduhanu, who's slid over here to the left wing. And another big ball top, looking for Payne. Hughes knocks it back to Zach Cohen. So we've had a change at goalkeeper here for the Boxers at the break. Cohen with the ball now, senior out of Grayton, California. Getting his first action of the season. Hughes with a switch to the far side to Nakama. Up the line for Kaminsky. He could not get back to it in time. And that'll be a Howard Payne throw. Pate double team there, and McNamara clipping him a bit in the heels. Yellow Jackets with a free kick just inside the Boxer half. Sconiers with a bit of an awkward clearance there, and that skips off his foot and back over the end line. This will be the first corner of the evening for Howard Payne. Right-footed in-swinger from the far side. And that's well done by Cohen amongst the traffic. Schober nicely done to hold off a few defenders there. Big diagonal ball. Derek Knowles wise to it, heads it down for Manduhanu. Pinto. Manduhanu comes away with it. Into Rudella, poked away from him as he tried to turn. McNamara to Manduhanu. On the overlap, McNamara. Into Pinto, tries to clip it over the top. On the return pass. Kaminsky trying to bring it down on the far side, and he's going to get whistled for the foul. Eric Young on the far side, plays it in. And a little toe on it over the top of everybody. Cohen collects, distributes quickly to Manduhanu. Pate closes him down. Force backward to Hughes. Knowles back to Hughes. He'll go long over the top. McNamara with the knockdown. He'll clip it over the top, looking for Kaminsky. Lifts it over one defender. Lays it off for Pinto. Tackled away from him. He's on the ground, and a whistle and a free kick for the Boxers just outside the penalty area. And this was one of those free kicks that is nice and close, but it makes it that much more difficult to try to actually get something up and over the wall, but then down under the crossbar. It's just kind of a tricky distance. Everybody back for Howard Payne. It's going to be Manduhanu with the right foot, and he curls it towards the far upper V, and it goes high by a yard or so. Another big diagonal ball towards the near side, looking for Kism. He gets a cross off, but nobody there at the near post for the Yellow Jackets. As that Cohen collects comfortably, distributes out the far side now. Schober under pressure, he gives it up. McNamara steps in the way of that. Boxers take over, long ball forward, goes over the intended target of Nick Rudella. Now a chance here. Looked like Pate was offside, but his teammate was not. Cut back into the middle, pull it back, cross it in, clear it away. McNamara finally with a foot on it. And this is a bit better now from Howard Payne. Putting some stuff together, almost find Pate through, but Cohen comes out quickly off his line to snag that one. Here's Pinto. A left-footed attempt wide of that far post. And Nick Rudella is going to head to the side for the Boxers. It appears as though Ian Farley has shaken off that earlier knock.
Entering the game for Pacific University, number 10, Ian Farley.
10 minutes gone by here in the second half. Boxers up 2-1. And Pate going to be flagged for offside there. Garrick Knowles now into Pinto. He can't control. Knowles back to Hughes. He'll go all the way back to Cohen. Manduhanu flicks it forward. Pinto tracking it down, and he may just make something out of this at the end line. Pulls it back, spins back to the end line. Pulls it back to Manduhanu. Knocked away from him. That'll be out for a Boxer corner. Manduhanu with the service. And that gets knocked out to the far sideline. Hard to tell if that was headed away or punched away there by the Howard Payne defense, but either way, the threat taken care of. Another chip ball over the top, looking for Kism. Runs a little bit long, and Cohen collects that. Another ball over the top. Just unable to bring that one down was Kevin Ruiz. Well defended there by Knowles. Does a nice job to keep possession. Manduhanu. Pinto. He takes a hit as he gives it back to Manduhanu. And we may see our first booking. Nope, just a talking to there for Jeremy Perkins. Referee Oscar Rivas letting him know that the next one will probably result in a booking. Short free kick up to Manduhanu. Back to Knowles. He'll one-time it towards goal, and a collision there as Farley came in hard trying to win that header. And got a bit too much contact on goalkeeper Alan Shahadi. Boxers still with their 2-1 advantage as we cross the half-hour mark left in the game. Kaminsky now into the middle. His pass deflected. Schober with a long-range effort, which rolls all along the ground to the far post where Shahadi collects. Kaminsky's pass a bit telegraphed there, picked off. Howard Payne struggling to keep possession though, and the Boxers take over. McNamara, Pinto. He tries to slip one through for Farley, gets it back momentarily. Pinto finally dispossessed, and it's Perkins who comes away with it. He gets it knocked away. Pretty hectic at the moment. Manduhanu trying to find Kaminsky in behind. That gets cleared. Here's Pinto now. And we've got another foul right at the top of the box. And Farley going down, and this time Perkins will receive that booking. So a bit of persistent infringement there. Means Perkins goes in the book.
A yellow card is issued to Howard Payne University, number 15.
And it results in another one of those sort of awkward free kicks. Just about 19, 20 yards. And it's just hard to do anything with. A lot of times the better option in these situations is some type of pass to change the angle to get a shot off. But Manduhanu's going to line up over it again. He's got another 7 or 8 man wall in front of him. A few of his own players in the mix as well. Certainly going to be difficult for goalkeeper Shahadi to see anything. Instead, it's Knowles who takes it with the left foot, and that's deflected off the wall out for a corner. Manduhanu again to serve this one in. Headed away, but falls to Schober, who has a nice big left-footed whack and skies that well over everything. Kism forward, flicked on. Pate has a shot deflected, and it was Eric Young running onto that deflection. And Boxers maybe got a little bit of lucky. The spin on that ball definitely helped it pop up off the turf and get back to Cohen a little bit quicker. If that had bounced off the turf and gone straight up, it wouldn't have been quite that clear cut. Manduhanu's pass picked off. They find Pate on the far side. Bit miscontrolled there by Anderson. He's forced all the way back. Nice leave there. And finally Hughes comes through to put an end to that. McNamara now. Farley can't control it. Hughes with a big clearance. Under the pressure of Pate, knotted on by Farley. Pinto won't be close enough to get on the end of that. Yellow Jackets stringing something together now. Find it in a bit of space on the Boxer defense. Pate on it again. He's forced backwards. Ball over the top and well out in front of everyone, all the way back to Cohen. Seems as though perhaps a few too many times the Yellow Jackets trying to go over the top of the Boxer defense. Not finding much success. Now the Boxers looking to find some success. Kaminsky with a low driven ball in, past everybody. Manduhanu with a great strike, and it just slides past that far post. And the Boxers will make a change. It'll be the freshman Pinto coming out, and Rudella will return to the match up top. McNamara to Farley. Farley out wide to Nakama. Up to Kaminsky. He's dispossessed, but he'll be out for a boxer throw. Farley trying to flick that one on. Bounces around, finally cleared away. McNamara now. He's pushed from behind. And it'll be another boxer free kick. This one in a bit of a better spot. You can either have a right footer curl this in behind the line and get somebody with the head on it, or a left footer like Knowles can perhaps try to have a crack. So a couple of options here. They send the center backs forward. Manduhanu to curl this one in front of goal. It falls. Shot and a goal. Ian Farley.
The Pacific goal scored by number 10, Ian Farley.
So a driven ball in on the free kick from Manduhanu. Hits a few players and falls to the feet of Farley. He has a nice touch to get himself a little bit of space, and just from about 8 yards or so, smashed that into the top of the net, and the Boxers take a 3-1 lead. Boxers certainly happy to have that 2-goal cushion returned. And here's a chance now. Pate coming forward. Nakama's there. He'll send it forward, looking for the recent goal scorer, Farley. Well played there by Guerrero for Howard Payne. And another long ball over the top and quickly all the way back to Cohen. Howard Payne just not having success on anything over the top, but they really haven't found much room. Trying to keep it on the ground and working things through the middle or down the sides either. McNamara dispossessed. Kism to Stevenson. And the Boxers take over on an errant ball there. McNamara out to Nakama. He's under pressure. Can't get around that defender. Turnover there. Long ball headed away by Garrick Knowles. And that'll be a foul on Hughes. As he went up to try to win that header, called for running up the back of Eric Young. Under 20 minutes left to go here in the match. Boxers just restoring their 2-goal lead, courtesy of Ian Farley. And now an opportunity for Howard Payne. Ball in. Looked like it was last off the head of Kaminsky. So that'll be a Yellow Jacket corner. Kevin Ruiz on the far side to send this in for the Yellow Jackets. Towards the back post, headed in by Pate. And Pate climbs the ladder and connects, gets on the end with a well-played, well-driven Kevin Ruiz corner. And just like that, that boxer insurance goal is eliminated.
Now entering the match for the Pacific University Boxers, number 2, Nick Calkin.
And Nick Calkins coming in at center back as Devin Hughes heads to the boxer bench. So the Boxers' 2-goal advantage here late in the second half didn't last long as Shea Payne notched his second of the match. And he's getting some kind of attention now from the trainers, and he's going to be asked off. So apparently, at least for the moment, Howard Payne playing with just 10. Fancy moves from Ruiz. Dispossessed there by Sconyers. Another ball looking over the top. Garrick Knowles there with the header. And Pate back on the field now, so Howard Payne back to full strength. A shot there from Ben Kism, slipped off the side of his foot. And now a long-range effort. That takes a deflection. Cohen's going to try to keep that in, and he can't do it. So that will be another Howard Payne corner. Howard Payne back to life here in the second half. Starting to feel it a little bit, still down a goal. But they've been given a renewed sense of confidence. Maybe this ball over the top will work this time. No offsides, flag stays down. Still in the box, there's a shot over the goal. That was Eric Young doing his best to create a shot for himself. As we approach 15 minutes left in the match, Boxers, for the last couple minutes, sort of clinging to a 1-goal lead here. They sort of thought perhaps they'd shut the door on the Yellow Jackets, going up 3-1. But it didn't last long as Howard Pate scored his second of the evening. And have given the visitors a bit of life here. Now McNamara. He's going to go through trying to find Kaminsky, a bit too heavy, and it'll roll out. Flicked on, Pate brings it down. Under some pressure, he controls out the far side. Another ball forward, and nobody there but the Boxers. Manduhanu does well to keep possession. Kaminsky's one-touch effort a bit off. Nakama brings it down. Leaves for Schober. Manduhanu. He can't corral it. Howard Payne takes over. Poor header there. Manduhanu takes over. He tries to slip it through for Farley, but Farley was trying to keep himself onside. Manduhanu heads forward, and Rudella tries a bit of an ambitious volley. Sconyers winning that header. Nakama in for Schober. He looks for options, tries the diagonal. And again, another ambitious attempt there, this time from Farley. Collision there and no whistle. Play on, says referee Oscar Rivas. McNamara now with a little time and space. Farley, he'll take a long range effort, hits off Rudella, and that should be a goal kick. .11 left here in regulation. Boxers leading the Yellow Jackets 3-2 in men's soccer preseason action. Ruiz with a little juggle and a ball over the top. Nick Calkins there to deal with it for the Boxers. And you get the sense the Boxers' confidence has been shaken just a little bit. Feels like they're kind of just trying to hang on and see if they can't see this one out. Howard Payne sensing an opportunity that maybe in the next 10 minutes they might be able to just steal a result here. And the Boxers not on the same page there. And they turn it over again. And we've got a whistle back away from the ball as Kellen McNamara was on the ground. And we seem to have a bit of trouble getting the ball back on the field. And a chance for Howard Payne to counter here. Only one back, and that's going to be enough for the Boxers as Sconyers goes back to Cohen and he sends it back the other way. Perhaps a missed opportunity there for Howard Payne. Kaminsky knocked off the ball, but falls to the feet of Farley. He takes a shot. Boxers will get another free kick. And this time they send just one half of their center back tandem. Flicked up by Farley, a little bit of confusion, and it bounces before Alan Shahadi grabs it. Perkins heads forward for Pate. Nice turn there. Kaminsky able to get a foot out and stop that through ball. Back to Cohen. Here's Garrick Knowles. Up the sideline, looking for Rudella. He collects, turns back towards the middle. Takes a few hits, maintains possession. Finds Manduhanu now on the near sideline. He plays in for Farley. Farley holds off one defender. Tries to slip it through to Manduhanu, falls to Farley again. He takes an extra touch to try to get the cross off with his right foot, and that gave just enough time, I think, for Perkins to come over and block it, but he took the worst of that. But Perkins back up on his feet now.
University, number 15, Nick Pinto.
It's going to be a Boxer corner as Nick Pinto returns to the game, and Ian Farley has a seat. Corner comes in, sort of punched away there from Shahadi. I'm not sure in the end just how much he knew about that, but whatever it was enough to deal with that corner. And now we're going to get a foul again against Howard Payne, this time against Nicholas Kaminsky. On the far side, right about the corner of the 18-yard box. So this, again, should be a good free kick to send in behind that line. And if you just get the timing right and a little bit of luck, you might be able to find the head of a teammate. Again, it's Manduhanu. He's going to curl this one in. Body's there, falls to the ground, and eventually it's Shahadi who's able to come and get it under a little duress. 5 minutes now left in the game. Boxers still with a 3-2 lead. And in the last few minutes, sort of gathering back some of their possession and composure. Nakama trying to clip one down the line there. Out of bounds. Manduhanu with some time and space. Pate's trying to track him down from behind. Forces Manduhanu over here towards the sideline. Slowing things down, eating up time off the clock. And into Schober. And Boxer's able to get it back. Manduhanu again in the corner. Back to Knowles. He'll one-time it forward. And that was just over that far upper corner. 3.5 minutes now left in the match. There's a chance now for the Boxers, but ultimately rolls out over the end line. Howard Payne pushing numbers forward. They've got about 4 guys up top. They're just kind of leaving there. And with the 3 minutes left, going to try to hoof and hope it forward, see if they can't get a late equalizer. Pinto. And he's going to get whistled for the hold. Clock continuing to run down, approaching 2 minutes here. Garrick Knowles gets in the way of that ball forward. That'll take a little more time off the clock. Knowles with the header down. Manduhanu a few juggles and the overhead kick. Falls to Pinto. He's going to try to collect and gather and knock it forward for Rudella. And he forces the throw-in. Garrick Knowles comes forward. He'll take his time. In short to McNamara. Schober. Back to Calkins. Calkins under a bit of pressure, a little bit too far in front of Knowles. And perhaps one last chance here going forward for Howard Payne. Into the Boxer half of the field now. 60 seconds to go. McNamara lifts it forward. Short ball isn't going to get it done there. McNamara just hoofs it forward, and Pinto might be able to get on the end of this. Beats Perkins, and now there's another chance, and just enough done there by Shahadi to cause Pinto problems, and he was able to get back on Rudella's touch and collect that ball. 30 seconds now left. Calkins wins the header there. McNamara helps it on. Another ball intended to be over the top and shanked out of bounds on the near sideline here. And the Boxers will take their time, and this will likely be enough to run the clock down.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And that's going to do it here from Lincoln Park Stadium as the